Now let's move to our next topic, which is abstract class and difference between abstract class and interface. So let's start with abstract class. What is abstract class? Abstract class is a class which can contain normal methods as well as abstract methods inside it. Okay, that means abstract class is a partial implementation of abstraction. Now let's try to understand some of the rules associated with abstract class. Rule number one says that you must have to use abstract keyword while defining the abstract class. Rule number two says that abstract class must contain at least one abstract method inside it. Okay. Rule number three says that you cannot instantiate or create object of abstract class, because if they allow you to create the object of abstract class, you will try to direct call abstract methods of abstract class, and calling abstract method directly doesn't make any sense because they doesn't contain any body with it. Okay, so that's the reason they don't allow you to create the object of abstract class. But there is additionally one more interesting thing is, with abstract class you can define the constructor within it. Then how that constructor is going to be execute? This is going to execute from the child class. I'm going to show you this by implementation. Okay, and last key point with abstract class is you can define static and instance, both type of variables inside abstract class. So these are the few rules that you have to follow while creating abstract class. Let's see one of the implementation of abstract class. In this implementation, I have created one abstract class with the name of shape, and that shape will have some name, and there is setter getter methods, which are a kind of concrete methods having body with them. And then there is one abstract method, which is calculate area. That method is going to be implemented by different implementations. So I have implemented this abstract class in two different classes. One is circle and another is rectangle. Okay, circle is calculating the circle area, and rectangle is calculating the rectangular area. Okay, additionally we are having constructor in circle class as well as in rectangle class. Okay, in circle class constructor we are passing name and radius, and that name I am passing to abstract class constructor. Unlike interfaces, we can have constructor in abstract class. So we are taking the name, and then that name I am assigning to my class level data member. Now what we are doing is we are simply instantiating circle class with the circle name as well as the value of radius, and that value goes here to this constructor, and from here I am passing the name to the shape. Okay, so shape name is going to be set by different implementation. For first implementation, which is circle, the shape name will be circle, and for second implementation, shape name will be rectangular. Okay, and then what I'm doing, I'm just printing the area of the each of the shape. Okay, let me run this, and you can see circle area I'm printing and rectangular area I'm printing, and that name is even coming from the constructor. From here I am passing the shape name, and from here it goes to the parent class constructor. So this parent class constructor is mainly initializing the parent class property, and that property can be static or instance in abstract classes, as you guys know. So this is how abstract class constructor works. It is mainly used to initialize instance properties of abstract class, and that constructor will never execute directly. That will always execute through the child class by using super calling. Now, there is another question that usually asked, that is, what is the difference between abstract class and interfaces? So abstract class is a partial implementation of abstraction, which means you can have abstract methods, concrete methods, static properties, or instance properties, both type of properties inside abstract class. While in interfaces, you can have only abstract methods and only public static final type of properties there. Okay. Now, because you can have instance properties inside abstract class, you can instantiate them using constructor, and that's why abstract class allows you to have constructor inside it. But in interfaces, we don't have instance properties, so we don't need constructor to initialize them, and that's the reason we don't have constructors inside interfaces, because we cannot create the object and we don't even require to instantiate interface object, and that's the reason we don't need the constructor inside interfaces. Okay, now there is one more very important point, that is, from Java 8, default and static methods are allowed to define inside interfaces. How those both are going to behave within interfaces, that we are going to learn in Java 8 features, so don't worry about it as of now. Okay, the last main difference is remaining there. That is, abstract class can implement interface, but interface cannot implement or extends abstract class. That is one more difference. So we are done with the differences, and this is very important question from the interview perspective. Now there is one more important thing remaining there, that is you must have to know that which keyword we should use with different case of inheritances. For example, if you are inheriting interface to interface, you need to use extends keyword. When you are inheriting interface to class, you need to use implements keyword. Class to class, again extends keyword. Class to interface is not possible. And abstract class to class is extends keyword.